This is you, okay? You have a desire to be liked by others. You have a desire for all of these different things in life. Essentially, you have a desire to become the highest version of yourself. Whatever that is for you, you want to be that girl. You want to be that guy. You want to be perceived by others as desirable. Essentially, you want to access your highest potential. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want to access their highest potential? So whatever that is for you, I need you to write it down. How are you being perceived in the reality you so desperately want? Don't think too much about it. Just write it down. Just think about it. And then I want you to ask yourself, how much of your current self-concept is based on chasing after this idea of who you are trying to become? How many of the choices you make in life are based on whether or not other people will accept or deny you? Be honest with yourself. I don't want you to lie and say, none, I don't really care about other people, because every single person on this earth does things to impress other people in some way or another. Now, there's a distinct difference between how you perceive yourself, how others perceive you, and what you actually are. And I'm going to go over those things because you can only understand how you perceive yourself. You can never understand how others truly perceive you. This is your self-concept. We all are boxed in some way or another by our own self-concept of what we perceive ourselves to be. And this isn't an intentional thing, and this isn't something that we can ever get out of. We can expand the box, we can move our location into a different box, one that's a little bit cozier, but we are only limited to our own perception of ourselves, if that makes sense. So sometimes you're in this really small box, right? You keep complaining about how small this box is and how much you just want to break out and go into more of like this type of reality, right? But you assume that other people are the one that's limiting you from doing that. Their perception of you is what's keeping you from changing your perception of yourself. And not that other people can't limit you. I believe people limit you about this much of the time, right? But most of the time, it's you that is limiting yourself. And I think you're very aware of that too. I don't think you're an unaware person. I don't think you're stupid, the fact that you limit yourself, but I do think you're scared to uncover how much potential you truly have. Write down your current limitations of what is preventing you from getting this thing in life, whatever that is for you, whether that is a relationship, a job opportunity, a better self-concept as a whole. We all have things we want in life, and sometimes we're so focused on getting them that we forget to ask ourselves the limiting beliefs that could be preventing us from that reality. I'm going to use myself as an example, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Natalie, and this is where I share ways in which I'm getting my shit together so that you can get your shit together. And what I'm about to say might sound a little bit delusional, but a part of self-transformation is always going to be a little bit delusional. Reinventing yourself never happens on accident. You might assume that it happens on accident because we naturally go through changes, but when you have an intent to reinvent yourself, to recreate your life, you're making a conscious decision to move from that box of who you view yourself as into a box that's a little bit more fitting to where you're at in life. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I distinctly remember recording videos and vlogs of myself doing things, and I always asked my parents, when can I do YouTube? And they said, never. You're never going to be able to do YouTube. I got a little older, and when I was around 13 years old, I decided to start making YouTube videos without my parents knowing. I never included my face in them. I just made little videos about this game I was playing, right? And the channel ended up gaining 20,000 subscribers, and it was actually technically my first ever job because I actually made money from YouTube. But the only way I was able to make money is because I went up to my parents and I told them, I lied to you guys. I actually was doing YouTube this entire time, and they were very mad at me. They were actually livid at me that I went behind their back and I did what I knew I needed to do. I remember they wanted me to delete my channel, and I was so extremely sad because I thought they were going to delete it. But I convinced them that if I just don't show my face and if I just post these videos I'm doing and I get approved from every single video that I post, that I can continue doing it. So I convinced them this is who I am. So I got a little bit older and I was now in high school, and a couple of my friends found out that I did YouTube. And they made fun of me, okay? They absolutely made fun of me. Now, granted, it was something that was like more of a kid's game, but it was something that made me feel good. And at the time, I remember it really, really messed with my self-concept because I felt like I had to hide who I truly was, my desires. And at that time, I felt like my own need to be accepted was greater than my need to create and be on YouTube. So I quit. And my point of telling you guys this is sometimes our own self-concept we think of ourselves actually clashes with how other people perceive us. Our own dreams and desires clash with what other people expect us to do. In a perfect world, we're completely ourselves and everyone loves us, but every single human on this earth has to fabricate themselves at some point in their life in order to be accepted by others. And so when people make videos talking about this is how to stop caring about what other people think about you, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic because every single human on this earth cares about what other people think about them. You just need to start asking yourself the question of whose opinion matters. Because the world has taught you that in order to be accepted, you must hyper-focus on how other people perceive you and tweak yourself when other people aren't perceiving you how you want to be perceived. That is backwards thinking. You are attracting people who don't like you because you don't like yourself enough to be true to yourself. And so when your desired self-concept clashes with who you see yourself as, the solution isn't to double down on who you see yourself as and how other people perceive you. It's to start acting as if you are already the person you are wanting to be perceived as. You start acting in accordance with who you want to become. So my desired self-concept was, I want to be a YouTuber. And what a lot of you don't realize is underneath the idea of what you want to become, there's always going to be an actual belief that you are denying yourself of. Underneath that, I had a belief that I was incapable of being a YouTuber because being a YouTuber is associated with delusion. Right? And the delusional aspect about it is you are craving attention. A lot of the time, people don't like to admit to themselves that they want attention in life in some way, shape, or form. They deny themselves this reality because they've been conditioned that what they want in life is actually at the cost of other people. I'm going to be honest with you. You will never feel comfortable stepping into the highest version of yourself if you keep holding on to lower level self-concepts that you've outgrown. And the thing is, these self-concepts of you were never actually given to you by yourself. You often pick them up along the way from experiences like I had. People telling me I was cringe for posting these videos, people telling me that I'm delusional. These were all things that were a part of my self-concept that were active blocks preventing me from embracing my own desires. And so whatever that is for you, I need you to look beneath the surface. You can be delusional about your future and the desires you have for your life, or you can be delusionally in denial about who you are and where you're going. Another aspect of delusional denial is you'll assume that other people are holding you back. Nobody's holding you back, bestie. Other people in your life are not your limitations 99.9% of the time. They are just a reflection of the parts of yourself that you are resisting, of the aspects of yourself that you need to let go of in order to step to the next level. I dislike this idea in self-improvement content that, everyone is preying on my downfall. Nobody wants to see me win. That is why I'm not at this place in life. It's because nobody wants to see me win and they're keeping me inside this box. That is learned helplessness. You have picked up throughout the years that you are helpless and that you will never be able to get to that point in life. These are not even beliefs that are your own. These are labels that other people have stuck on you, and you have delusionally accepted that that is your reality. Reject it. Reject that reality. And while it is true that other people will perceive you differently if you go after what you want, your desire to be seen is not a crime. Your desire to shine is not a crime. You are used to limiting yourself because the comfort that comes from blaming other people for your lack of dedication is easier than admitting that you have personal responsibility and that the reason that you haven't done it is because you don't want to. Okay? But I want to, but if you wanted to, you would. Some limiting beliefs are self-concepts you have that you are unaware is holding you back. It's similar to when a mosquito lands on you, right? You have three options. It's either you smack the mosquito, you shoo it away and it keeps coming back and biting you over and over and over again, or you watch the mosquito on your hand as it sucks the blood out of you because you're scared to kill it. When you become aware that a false belief is no longer working for you, not taking steps to heal it is confirmation that it's true. You are living out the story that you told yourself is not working for you, and now you're doing it willingly. willingly because you're aware that it's not working for you. Something that's really helped me is turning the idea of others perceiving me into something that can motivate me. For example, I'll prove them wrong. If they think I'm stupid, then I'll prove them wrong. If they think I can't do it, I want to do it more. That, or asking, who is talking? Who is the person that is saying all of these things? And you have to check yourself too, because when you say these limiting beliefs to yourself, you have to go back and go, where did I pick this up from? The more you can lean into this idea that nobody cares and it's literally just you making up these ideas in your head about how other people perceive you, you'll stop letting your own projections of how you see the world limit you from whatever you want to achieve. One thing that really helped me get out of this imposter syndrome is really asking myself, who are you? Who do you want to be? I stopped wishing to be that girl and I started embodying her. How would the person you want to be act and act that way? What does she do? What does she wear? Does she include other people's opinions in every single little thing she does in life, or does she just do it? And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is the pain you get from denying yourself has to be greater than the pain you get from just going after that thing you want. Because there's always going to be struggle. Struggle is your birthright because you will always struggle in life. You just need to learn how to pick a struggle. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I decided to have it be just like a sit down talk type of video this week, and I'm going to be uploading a different podcast next week. I'm trying to find the balance of posting videos like this and also posting my podcast. And for those of you who stayed to the end, I am going to be giving away a $50 Visa gift card. So comment down your Instagram usernames. You must be following my Instagram at mylifeasetched, and my new TikTok account, it's going to be improvement.imbecile. I decided to make a new TikTok account because honestly, TikTok's been doing me dirty. So I just want to start over, to be honest. So follow my new TikTok account, and that's all you have to do. Make sure you're following my Instagram. Also, I'm only going to be contacting the winner from my account at mylifeasetched, etched. That is my only account, guys. And I'm going to end the giveaway once we get to 60,000 subscribers. So be sure you subscribe. Obviously, you have to be subscribed in order to win. I see if you guys are subscribed or not. So just so you know. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.